everyone, it's Ukeme and you're welcome to today's episode of Pages Highlights. So in today's episode, I'll be sharing interesting lessons I learned from Clever Girl Finance, written by Bola Sokunbi. Before I go into the book, I'd like to give a brief introduction of the author. Bola Sokunbi is a certified financial education instructor, finance expert, speaker, podcaster, influencer, and the founder and CEO of a personal finance platform for women, Clever Girl Finance. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please click on the subscribe button just down here. The Clever Girl Finance contains about 206 pages and it's divided into 3 parts. Part 1 addresses knowing your worth and your why. The author points out here the importance of deciding that you actually want your financial life back together and in order, regardless of where you are financially. And you can begin the process of getting your financial life together by actually writing down answers to questions like what you want to accomplish with your finances, why you want to accomplish it, and basically knowing your what and your why. Because if you do not really have a reason for it, or you don't know why you really want to do it, then you're less likely to be motivated to stay on track. Identify that your mind actually plays an important role in determining how far you can get with your financial life, and learning to forgive yourself for past financial mistakes is really very important in making a headway towards getting your financial life together. She goes ahead to give a personal experience of when she also didn't have it all together financially and how she had made several financial mistakes, but overall in 3 years she was able to save over $100,000. So yeah, in getting organized, the author actually advises you to keep a record of your spending, and one of the key lessons for me here is actually tracking your spending. And she advises that for the first 2 weeks you go with a pen and a paper around and actually just write down everything you spend. Or you can do this, you can actually automate this, like check your Google Play Store. There are a number of apps that could help you track your spending, and these apps have been so developed in such a way that you can actually categorize them into the different categories of spending. Another step in getting really serious about tracking your spending is actually pulling your bank statement and looking through it. You know, when you pull your bank statement for the past 3 months, you can actually see where your money has gone to in the last 3 months, and it helps you have like an overview of what you have been doing. You try to understand like where has my money actually been going to. You can go further by breaking it into categories, like see what you spent where and determine where you can actually cut back and how much you can save. Then she advises about tracking your daily spending, like by setting reminders, like even if it means setting reminders at the end of each day before you go to bed, to just have a look at how much you have spent for that day. Another key, like a very key highlight for me in the whole of this book was the aspect that spoke on budgeting, and a lot of learning points for me there. So budgeting was really discussed in a great deal in chapter 3, and one of the highlights I made here is that when it comes to budgeting, it really has nothing to do with how much you earn, but what you do with what you have. And budgeting is the foundation like of financial wellness. It is very important to understand that having a budget of some form is truly important for your financial success, because actually tells your money what to do. It's important to understand that when you manage your money with a budget, every cent, every naira, every dollar, every kobo is accounted for, and then you're more in charge of your finances as opposed to your money controlling you. Now, firstly, when it comes to budget, in getting ahead with it, successful ways of getting right with budgets, according to the author, is that you need to create a budget in advance of each month. Like, don't wait till you've received the money and then start budgeting. You already know how much you earn. So in creating a budget, let's say 2 or 3 days before your paycheck drops, would help you um better manage the money when it comes in. So creating a budget in advance for each month means that once the month starts, you already have a plan, and you're not scrambling trying to figure out what to do with each money. Like, you already have a plan. You know, rent, this is for my water bill, this is for my electricity, this is for my transport fare, this is for my feeding. Like, you already have an outline of what each money is meant for. When you budget this way, you have time to lay things out and figure out what your finances will look like in the coming month. So even so, when the month comes, it's not like when you get your money and somebody is just, oh, you, today is paycheck day, so I have this stuff for sale. You already know in advance that, okay, this money they've already been sent on an errand. So even if it's paycheck day, the money in your psyche already, it's already telling you that this money, it's already has a purpose. It's not for free spending. And also, don't assume that every month would be the same. Like that, no single month is the same when it comes to financial planning. So you need to plan for each month, because no 2 months will be exactly the same financially. So you want to prepare in advance for things like one-off bills and one-time expenses. Like any plan you have for each month, just actually planning in advance for it would make a whole lot of difference as opposed to not planning. And then base your budget on your projected income. Like, if you receive a particular amount every month, or you receive the amount in 2 weeks, or on a just make a budget based on your projected income. Like, if you get paid once in a month, base your budget on that projected income. If you get paid twice in a month, base your budget on that projected income. All right. And before you go ahead to do any splurging or miscellaneous spending, make sure you have already assigned your essential funds towards where they are needed. Last thing you want to do is actually to find out that you've overspent and then you have nothing to budget for. That can be really, really very annoying. Like, when you've overspent and you have nothing at all to budget for. So it's very important to budget before spending. Now, tracking your transactions. She pointed out here that it is very, very important to learn to track your transactions, because tracking allows you to make sure you stay within your budget and keeps you conscious of your spending. Already have their purpose. It's already in my subconscious mind that, okay, this is the amount I'm spending today. So with that, I would not just see something that is impulsive and quickly spend on it, or I'm on the traffic and I see something that I really don't need and spend on it, because it's already in my subconscious mind that, okay, this is the amount I'm spending today. But unless, of course, if it's really, really important, because yeah, we plan, but things sometimes do not go as planned. Tracking your transactions allows you to make sure you stay within your budget and keeps you conscious of your spending habits. Then practice. When it comes to budgeting, practice makes perfect. Like, budgeting might not be perfect every month, but if you keep working at it, you can get pretty close, and it will make a whole lot of difference when it comes to managing your finances. So yeah, Clever Girl Finance was very practical, with the author giving you action points at the end of each section. It also includes stories of other women from different backgrounds who have positive progress with their finances. It covers important topics on personal finance, such as helping you understand how to calculate your net worth. It teaches you ways of tracking your spending, budgeting, even when it feels like your income is inconsistent. You'd actually learn how to budget even with your inconsistent cash income. Ultimately, Clever Girl Finance will teach you how to make more money with side hustle, like a lot of side hustle ideas, as well as how you can negotiate for a better pay, because most times we women tend to not want to negotiate for a better pay, just accepting what is thrown at us, even when we know we are really more valuable than that. Overall, I would recommend this book to all women out there and even men as well, because personal finance principles would ultimately be of benefit.